This video's not made for kids, you crazy bitch-ass bastard!
It seems today that all you see is bouncing locomotives and stuff on TV. But where are those good old-fashioned values on which we used to rely? Lucky there's the tales of the rails. You're lucky there's a man who positively can do all the things that make us laugh and wail. It's the tales of the Northwestern Rails.
It had been 5 years since the Crovens Railway was operating on the island of Sodor. And with the 5th anniversary, the controlleress, Mrs. Miranda, has a special treat for her engines, Duke, Mighty Mac, Fearless Freddy, and Bart.
Engines, for our 5th anniversary of the Crovens Railway opening, I'm pleased to announce a newcomer to the railway.
Brush, the works diesel, took the new engine from the mainland and brought her to the Crovens Railway. She's a configuration Bobo diesel with the two-tone livery of pink and purple. The engines welcomed her warmly.
Welcome to the Crovens Railway, ma'am.
This is the Valley of Croven, but you may refer to her as Allison for short.
Well, I'm Fearless Freddy, but you can call me Freddy for short.
Now, Bart, for her first job, I'd like you and Allison to double-head a passenger train to the top station.
Ah, so the student has become a master. Well then, this will be an experiment I'll never forget.
With that, the die was cast. With Allison leading and Bart sandwiched between Allison and the coaches, they were off. As Bart would show her the ropes of pulling trains, Allison was lacking focus. Her eyes would dart along the countryside and wherever else, anywhere but the track.
Now remember, Allison, it's very important to keep an eye on the track. Wow, isn't it a wonderful sight? Allison, are you paying attention?
Suddenly, up ahead,
Go! Oh! Boy, look at him!
a goat was on the line. Startled when the train stopped, it fled the rails.
This is why we should pay attention what's ahead of us.
When they got to the top station, Allison noticed some passengers on the slate wagons. Bart gently pushed the wagons down the line, and gravity took over, leaving Allison quite astonished and puzzled.
Why are those passengers riding on trucks? Shouldn't be on the coaches? Ah, that's a gravity train, where passengers ride trucks down the line at the bottom station.
Upon hearing this, Allison got a naughty idea. She approached the loaded coaches and pushed them down the hill, leaving Bart horrified.
Allison, what have you done? Well, with them out of the way, I can enjoy the views as rolling on the rails.
The coaches barreled down the hill, leaving the passengers within terrified of crashing.
I'm coming, everyone! Hold on!
Further down was Freddy. He saw the approaching coaches and got ready to stop them. The coaches were switched onto his line. Freddy matched their speed to hook onto them and applied his brakes, bringing the train to a gentle stop.
Phew! Nice catch, Freddy.
Don't worry, Bart, I've got it. What happened here?
Allison displayed pushing down the coaches down the hill just so she could go sightseeing.
She did what? Why, that careless clodhopper.
Back at the sheds, everyone was cross with Allison. This kind of act would never suit his grace.
Enough! Allison, I'm quite bewildered and disappointed in you. You could have severely injured a bunch of passengers. You shall stay in the shed and think about what you've done until I can trust you again.
Poor Allison reluctantly accepted her punishment.
I wish I was more firm to her like you, Duke.
Don't feel bad, Bart. You did what you can. Besides, you were right about one thing. It was an experience you will never forget. A few days went by, and everyone was still upset with Allison. Not even the passengers trusted her. But it was on the day before New Year's came where Allison would prove her worth. Bart was assigned for the job when...
Ow! I got a cramp!
Miss Miranda rushed to the scene and examined Bart to find that his valve gear was jammed. Another engine will have to take the crystal to the middle station. That was when Allison spoke up.
Man, may I take the crystal? I know what I've done was horrid, but it's the least me I can do something to make things right. Please?
Very well, but I will accompany you in your cab to see if your word is true.
That's fine.
So Bart was shunted in a siding, Allison hitched up to the crystal, and off they went.
Oh boy, what's you up to now?
Please don't mess it up this time.
This time, Allison's eyes were fixed onto the rails, followed by determination to do her job right. With time to spare, Allison arrived at the middle station, where Millie was waiting for her cargo. The men carefully loaded the crystal onto her slate wagon, and Millie was off to Ulfstead Castle. After that performance, Miss Miranda was most pleased.
That was splendid work, Allison. Well done. I'm proud of you.
That evening at the sheds, the engines congratulated Allison for her performance today. You've done an outstanding job, Allison. This definitely makes up for your antics a few days ago.
Allison, I was wrong to think you wouldn't change.
Thanks, Freddy. Again, I'm sorry for pushing the passengers' lives at risk, but now on, I'll take better care of my trains and be more observant of my surroundings. Will you ever forgive me? Well, it's a New Year's Eve after all, and that does sound like a revolution. Alright, I'll forgive you.
And all the engines watched the fireworks with joy, with Allison having the biggest smile of all. She had her New Year's resolution of being a really useful engine.